let's go back a little bit to Junior Eurovision 2025 because there are a few things I would like to stress out. I would like to talk about, so keep it as a short podcast of this, also for the discussion in the comments below, to have a topic to talk about because that was, culminating in me for several days, maybe already weeks, and I decided to create a video out of it. So the topic will be why Eurovision is so gay. Let's talk. Alright guys, welcome to my channel. I'm very glad you're here and really would like you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, comment in the comment below. Of course, you can become a member so you have exclusive content. For example, the full review of Monte Song 2024, all the live performances I did, so you can see it there. Also with my jury points giving and so on and so on. So it's a long one, it's a lot of fun in my opinion, and you can discuss there also with me and also support this channel, which I really would like you to do. Anyway, today's topic might seem controversial, but let's say it's coming from the position of a guy who is not gay, who is not in this community, and really is more about like we are all the same kind. Let's stress this out instead of still pushing the agendas, let's say, in the way that there are still some people who needs to learn some stuff, like this doesn't work. I think it's already proven many times that if you push something too much, it has exactly the opposite effect. Instead of letting things be, like the market will take care of it, we are Los Angeles, we don't need to be repeated all the time. And also this comes with acceptance that different opinions, different races, different likes or dislikes are also okay, because we don't need, and it's impossible to have people that will accept and agree with all your opinions. There will be people who are racist and they will be existing regardless what you will tell them, they won't change. So just don't lose your energy this way. And why I'm saying all of this, because for you who know me and you know me better than you just take some cuts out of it, out of context, and create some crazy creature about me, even though you can do this, I'm okay with it. But the principle is more about, I like that people just accept stuff and discuss about it regardless if they agree with the topic or the outcome of the topic less and or more, because it's more about to having the proper discussion instead of attacking each other, because I can see it just doesn't work. It's always turned out against minority. It's always turned out about people who would like to dictate you what you can do or what you cannot do, even though we are living in a very free society. And that's why I decided to bring this topic in, because it's in my head for a long time, and I think it somehow crossed the line, in not a bad way or somehow, but just crossed the line for me speaking about it more loud after I saw Junior Eurovision Song Contest, because I was extremely surprised about one thing over there. The song contest for kids, or kids song contest, and the arena full of men. It's weird. And that's not, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, I'm just saying it's weird. It's weird for the people who are not interested at Eurovision, for example, that much. It's, of course, very weird from the position of discussing it with other people, like, hey, but why there are so many men? It's like, kind of, it's this gay community thing. And it's like, but it's done by public broadcaster for everybody, like, but so it's just a gay thing, Eurovision. And I said, like, no, it's not, like, it's really for everybody, but it's just for gay people. And that's nothing me personally against being like, even though like you're gay, you cannot do anything about it, right? I'm like, this is about a tolerance more likely, but it's more about what's going on in the world with wokeness, with LGBTQ plus whatever, which feels already, and this is like a reality, we can see it in the voting everywhere, that majority of people is annoyed that it feels like still this is a topic, and in my opinion it shouldn't be a topic anymore. Where it was a topic when it was important, I think it helped a lot of people to don't feel afraid at all. And if there are some people still around who hates gay people or LGBTQ people for some reason, you won't change their mind by anyhow. You want only pushing it more through will let the people who are in the middle of it, like, okay, it really feels too much, maybe those extremists are right, instead of doing the opposite, because it's a normal reaction when your mom says you don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. What will you do? So this is what is connected now to Eurovision at some point, and I think it's not helping the whole project to be taken more and more seriously. It's basically actually doing the opposite thing. I already had this feeling when there was this semifinal at Eurovision 2024, where it was this grinder joke. It was a joke made for very specific kind of population, definitely not for everyone. And it just again turned out, even though they were making kind of fun of this, that Eurovision is too gay, I don't think this is the proper way to even bring sexualities into Eurovision, and definitely not in Eurovision Song Contest, the junior version, where it wasn't there. It was present only by the audience, and I was like, what? Like, where are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are the families? Regardless if they're gay couples, whatever mixture, I don't believe in this, but where are the families? Where is this joy of the kids? Why there are half naked men in the public? Why is it so gay? Like, what the hell? Like, cannot we make Eurovision to feel being like, to being more than just this, to be for really everybody? Because it feels exclusive. It doesn't feel that it's for the majority. It doesn't feel this way. It doesn't feel this way with all those flags. It doesn't feel with all those little details, which maybe if you're part of this community, you don't feel, or maybe you even like, because it's more about you, but it's less about me, for example. It's less about my daughter. And then you can say, like, but those acts are universal. Like, and I agree, even though for example, I think the last year Eurovision, the topic was even much more annoying for people who are not part of the community, that like crazily too inclusive people and so on, which are more centrist like me. It's like, come on, like, you're overdoing it. You're like, Eurovision needs to change, and it doesn't need to change for not being for gay people. But I think the goal should be to really have also the feeling to be for everybody. And the mark it has, the label it has, it's a gay contest. And I don't think this is a good label, not in the way that to be gay is something wrong, but it's losing it's against its claim, united by music, celebrate diversity. I don't see the diversity there. And I'm not talking about the race and so on, because this is irrelevant topic, absolutely, in my opinion. But I'm talking about this. It feels like a minority contest, but paid by public money for everybody. And so many people on the Twitter, everywhere else, was very, very annoyed when their parents, when their friends and so on were making fun of it because it's too gay. But I can understand it, because for people who are not part of it, and basically they are majority, it feels too gay. And even it's okay to be gay, I don't think this is a thing what such a huge project should be only about, and too much about. And it should be this general topic all the time. Like, this topic is here for I don't know how many decades. And if it's not solved so far, this will not help it. It now gives the bullets to the completely opposite. And I see that from the LGBTQ plus whatever, it's coming this stream of radical people who are fighting too much, and everybody who's against or don't agree completely 100% is called problematic. It's being like, come on, it's bullying. It's normal internet bullying, what I saw there. And this, don't think that this is not seen by the majority of people. It is visible for them. They just don't comment on it. But of course, there are radicals on the other side of the spectrum who are exactly the same radicals. Radicals are the same, just the topics are different, but they cause the exactly same problems, and they radicalize everything, and that creates a boom. It doesn't help anybody. And I think Eurovision is here more to connect people instead of creating those thoughts, creating those topics, creating those controversies, because it will turn out against it. It will eventually really turn out against. And instead of having this long-term built prestigious contest, it's again slipping downstream to being irrelevant. And I don't think this is something we all need, because it's kind of, it's like a poison. And not Eurovision itself, but this topic. And I think what would be even more important is to make this topic irrelevant anymore, because it is kind of irrelevant. You cannot force somebody to accept and agree with everything. You cannot. It's not about you lost some kind of war, because there is no war. There wasn't be. Like, to fight for something, it's nice to a certain extent. And then it's just postponed its purpose, and it's just turning out that the opposition to this feels to be having a right. And the reason also is that it somehow talks loudly for the majority, even extremely, what the majority feels. And I'm making this video for you to understand that this is not about your own feelings or your things, but about how people who are not part of this can feel about it, and can feel very strange about it. And some of them, of course, will feel, for example, even disgusted. But a lot of them will say, there is something very fishy about it. And the people who are talking about it in a bad way are maybe actually right. And I don't want it. I just want it to be more plural. And I know that I cannot change it with this video. I just want to have the discussion open, to keep this discussion relevant, and to talk to you who are, especially because I know among you are many, many absolutely relevant people, and relevant people who I don't even agree with, but who I can have amazing discussion with, which is so important, much more than saying that because you have a completely different opinion, you are problematic or you are an idiot, and vice versa. This never leads to good thing, because only discussion does. And we can start in here in the comments below, but maybe your thoughts will also inspire me to continue with this topic, and maybe to do something more about it, even though this is just a video, right? But it's a video with a very important topic, in my opinion. And the topic started when, in the kids event, where only adult men, or mostly adult men in the public, we just create this weirdest feeling that says that something is really wrong, even maybe it doesn't, or it's not. So this is it. This is this little podcast. You can write me in the comments below what do you think about it. Inspire me, give me some feedback, give me your thoughts. Try to not be aggressive, try to be reasonable, try to discuss with arguments. This is important. Also, you can like the video, share the video, and if you want to support me and have exclusive content, become a member. And if you want to support me just like this, you can give me a super like and help this channel also to grow, which I would be very, very glad to. And I see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.